Jesus' authority. Last Sunday, he called disciples to follow him, that he's going to make them fishers of men. After gathering them, now he starts his mission in Capernaum, in the synagogue, Sabbath day, the day that the Lord rested. He completely rests on the Father. And in that connection, he speaks with authority. Word authority comes from the word, stems from the word author. He had that authority, that authenticity in his life. And his life, way of life is different, my dear friends. And he declares it. He proclaims it. He didn't want to get that authority, credibility from the people. That's the difference between Jesus and the high priests, Sadducees and Pharisees. So they had to attribute it with their attire, with the way of speech, the way they walked. So they imposed laws over the people, and here they had double standards in their lives because they had to show off. So they demanded places, high places in all the gatherings. Jesus, not even a priest, he's just a carpenter. He came from Nazareth, a place which is least significant. But then he had that authority from within. If you don't have authority from within, you have to attribute it from without, outwardly. That's exactly the difference between the teachers of the law and Jesus. My dear friends, he speaks with authority. First reading speaks. Moses is speaking about a prophet to whom you shall listen. Remember that you are going to listen. I shall raise up a prophet from their midst, one of their brothers, who will be like you. I will put my words into his mouth, and he will tell them all that I command. See the connection between that prophet. Prophet is the mouthpiece of God. In that connection, Jesus had authority. He waited for about 30 years until he's prepared properly. Then only he starts the mission. He went to the wilderness, tested by the devil. And they were tested. If you are the Son of God, that's how he was tested, my dear friends. He overcame that and he won the battle. Now here he's there with authority, that he's Son of God. All what Father had, he had. And that's the connection, that's a power of connection that he was speaking about. And my dear friends, it's moment you lose this inner credibility, that who you are, that you are a son and a daughter of God, you tend to please people. You tend to fall for cheap popularity. Do cheap things to win over people's credibility. That's exactly the difference between one who is rich from within. No one can steal that, my dear friends. That's exactly when Paul says, I would like you to be free from anxiety. I mean, when you're worried, when you don't have that connection that you are a son, you are a daughter, you are a heir, you belong to him, then you tend to worry about many things. To acquire things, you worry. After acquiring, to protect things, you worry. If the Lord does not build the house, in vain the laborers labor. That's exactly the calling that you have to journey with, my dear friends. So Lord Jesus had that authority. That's exactly why St. Paul is saying, who is married, not married, is concerned about the things of the Lord and how to please the Lord, while who is married is taken up with the things of the world and how to please his wife. There's nothing wrong with the marriage. No. But then, even in marriage, you have to depend on him. Please him. That's exactly the calling that you have, my dear friends. And that's where your connection is properly focused. If you are anxious, worry about the worldly things, your focus is gone. And then you will lose the credibility. There will be a dichotomy, paradox in your life, inside of you. Because your focus is not there. Jesus all the time went to the mountain. He woke up early morning to find the Father's voice. And always he went out and he went inside and came out. He never stayed inside. He got the authority from the Father and he acted out with that authority. This is our life should be the same. We should go inside. We should have a prayer life and have the authority, hear the voice of God in your Jordan, where you are submerged in the Spirit. With power, you come out and proclaim, live a life with authority. That evil one was disturbed, stirred up. He was there all the time, but then he was never disturbed. Here comes the warrior. Here comes the king. Here comes the chosen one. The evil one is shouting, "You are the Holy One." We get this word in Psalm 106 verse 16. Holy One is a high priest. The evil one is saying, "You are the high priest. What do you want with us? Have you come to destroy us?" My dear friends, this is a declaration of war for Mark. Now the war starts because the warrior has come down. Jesus, the King, has started the battle. In Genesis chapter 3 verse 15 it said, "He will crush your head," Satan said, "and you will bite his feet." So this is a fight. Jesus had to crush the feet of the serpent. He has won the battle, but with a price. He had to die. With his blood, he has to pay the ransom. So that's how the evil one, the serpent, bite the feet of the Lord, the chosen one. So we are called to fight the same battle. But then there is a price to pay. Paul, St. Mark writes to the persecuted church exactly the price we have to pay. There's a price that we have to pay. So we have to journey in this battle of the Lord, but then journey with authority. You're never a pauper. You're not a beggar. You're not a slave. You're not a servant, but you're a son and a daughter of God. Have that credibility within you. People might despise you, look down upon you, throw you, corner you, cheat you. Yet you believe that my Father loves me. He will never abandon me because I am His beloved son and beloved daughter. Crush the Satan. Crush the head of the Satan with that ownership of sonship and childhood of God. Thank you, and may God bless you.